YouTube, this is Black Natural 08. I wanted to try to make a quick video on something that I came across, and I feel like things are starting to get completely out of hand. And what I'm referring to is I've noticed here lately, and it apparently has been happening, I guess, since last year or whatever. You know, I'm late to the gravy train, but it is cool. But apparently, a lot of YouTubers have been, quote unquote, being exposed saying the N-word. And it's absolutely ridiculous. At this day and age and at this time, people have become so, what's the word I'm looking for? Have gotten to where it's so free and it flows so freely from their lips. And then after you get the reaction of a community of people, now you want to say you're sorry and that's not how you meant it and you shouldn't have said it and all these wonderful things, trying to cast yourself in a different light. It's a bit late. It's a bit late for that because you've already said it, which clearly lets us know that you use the word on a daily basis. And then you have non-African American folks who want to comment, but why are you commenting? Why are you coming to this person's defense? That's like saying, if I stole something, and as long as I say I'm sorry, there should be no consequences to my actions. But that's not true. We all know that that's not true. If you get caught stealing, what are the consequences? And that's my point exactly. If you so freely speak these words, there are consequences to saying those words. And here's my other issue. I've seen a lot of comments where people say, and these are black people, oh, it's okay, you can say it because it just depends on what context you use it in. No, baby, no. It's never okay. And for you to say that it's okay, there's something wrong with you. There is clearly something wrong with you. That word, even as black people, we need to stop using that word when we are in communication with one another. There is no reclaiming that word and making that word ours. No. No. And this is for my Spanish brothers and sisters, y'all have no business using that word either, because that word directly affects your people too. If you do your ancestry and do your history, your people came off the same slave ship my people came from. Your people are direct descendants of African slaves. So for you to so freely use that word, you should know better. You should know better. Y'all can pretend and want to act like you're white if you want to. Some of y'all, not all of y'all. Some of y'all. But at the end of the day, your ancestors and my ancestors came from the same slave ship, came from the same tribes. They came from the same nation. They are the same people. So when you use these words, you're disrespecting your own people. Whether you want to believe you black or not, baby, DNA don't lie. And for some of you Caucasian folks, I hate to tell you, but the proof is in the pudding, baby. That's some Negro in you too. I mean, where you think that curly hair come from? Curly hair is not a genetic trait to white people. Curly hair is a genetic trait to only black people. So if you have curly hair, guess what? Your ancestor came off the slave ship, boo. So you may want to get to asking some questions in your own family and figure out what's going on in your own DNA. But it's the stupidity has to stop, because the 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 funny thing is, and this is, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'll give a damn. I just don't care. But when you use the N word, whether you said it inadvertently or if it was an accident, or even if you didn't say it to describe somebody, guess what? The only nigga is you. Because the word itself means to be ignorant. So who really the nigga? Me or you? So if the word means ignorance and you're being ignorant when you use it, guess what? That means you're referring to yourself and not to a race of people. So next time you want to use the N word, you might want to rethink that. So that was my message before I go to bed tonight. But all jokes aside, people have become really, really complacent and have gotten to the point where the N word freely flows, and the ridiculousness needs to stop. And my brown people, you of all people should understand, because of what your people are going through right now. You want the sympathy of the world, and yet you do to other people what white people do to you. That makes no sense. How can you cry and want the world to feel sorry for you, but in the same breath you do to a nation of people what white people are doing to you? You can't do that. You can't be the victim and be the bully. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't make a lot of sense. So y'all are the very people that should understand what black people are going through, what black people fight for every day, and for you to so blatantly use the N word, shouldn't do that, baby. And as for my Caucasian folks, it's got to stop, because black folks are tired. Black folks are tired. And you can't cry and be the victim once someone knocks the hell out of you. There is a consequence to your action. And those are the consequences. If you writing checks that you know your behind can't cash, that's on you. At some point in life, you gonna learn. Either you can learn the easy way and just stop saying it, period, or you can learn the hard way when someone slapped the hell out you. I mean, it's up to you. It's really up to you, honey. How you want to learn. I mean, some people learn the easy way. Some people just have to learn the hard way. But in all fairness, racism gets us nowhere. It gets us absolutely nowhere. It keeps us in a vicious cycle that never ends. And this is a cycle that needs to end. It needs to stop. It really does, because it's ridiculous. I mean, 45 got y'all out here acting like a bunch of damn fools. And but I mean, I guess. But I'm gonna end this video right here, and I'm taking myself to sleep. I'm tired hell. But come on, folks. We're not getting nowhere with all this mess. We gotta do better. We gotta do better as a people. Black, white, blue, green, regardless, we gotta do better as a people. If we want change, we have to do better. Y'all have a good night.